I was born into a wealthy family and had a pretty comfortable life. But my parents spent most of their money on expensive dog food. They had a dog breeding business, which they claimed was helping stray dogs. So they called it a charity, but really it was just a way to make more dogs that needed expensive food. They adopted and abandoned dogs and had dozens of puppies running around the house. But my childhood was great except for the lack of space. In fact, I slept in a storage room under a pile of blankets. I rarely had privacy. Anyway, I became an adult and moved out. Now I live a happy life. I have a loving boyfriend, a good job, and I'm studying to become a teacher. The only bad thing about my life is that my parents still try to control me, but I'm strong enough to handle that. One night, I was eating dinner with my boyfriend. It was just a normal day until he said, you don't spend much time with your parents, do you? Well, it's complicated, I lied, not wanting to tell him about my abusive home situation. Then he said, "Why don't you invite them over for dinner someday?" I was taken aback. I don't think that's a good idea, I stuttered. Why not? I think they'll like me. No, it's just, I don't think my parents will like you, I said. Don't worry, they'll like me. I'm easy to get along with, he reassured me. But I shook my head. No, you don't understand. My parents are abusive. I can't invite you over. Abusive? How are they abusive? He asked. This was the first time I'd ever spoken to my boyfriend about my parents. So I took a deep breath and shared my whole story with him. After listening to me, he held my hands and said, "I'm so sorry, I didn't know. Would you like me to come with you to visit your parents sometime?" No, you don't have to. I'm strong enough to deal with this on my own. Are you sure? He questioned. Yes, I replied firmly. He nodded, but I knew he wasn't convinced. A week later, he brought up the subject again. "I'm worried about you. You haven't visited your parents for a while. Maybe it's time you went back." No, they don't want me there. I don't want to cause problems, I responded. Nonsense. I'm sure they've missed you and want to see you. Don't you want to see them? Of course I want to see them, but I don't want them to treat you badly, or worse, make you leave me. Oh, don't worry, I won't leave you because of them. It's not worth it. I love you too much, he stated. But I'm afraid of what they'll do to you. I promise nothing will happen to me. Trust me, he pleaded. I thought for a moment, but ultimately agreed. I had complete faith in him. So the next day, I called my parents and invited them over for dinner. I hoped my boyfriend would win them over. "We'll be right over," my mum answered. My parents arrived, looking elegant. They both wore designer outfits and carried Louis Vuitton bags. My boyfriend greeted them warmly. "Nice to meet you." "I'm your son's boyfriend," he said. "Nice to meet you too," my mum replied. "We've heard a lot about you." Meanwhile, I was in the kitchen finishing up dinner. It was a traditional Korean dish called bibimbap, and it was my specialty. I poured a bottle of expensive wine onto a crystal glass and put it on the table. "Let's toast to your happiness," my boyfriend said to my parents. "Thank you." May your relationship last forever, my dad answered, clinking his glass against my boyfriend's. But after the toast, my dad began to criticize everything. This wine glass looks cheap. Is this the best you have? And what's this plastic container? Isn't this disrespectful?